Good morning. Today we are going to study chapter 4 of class 11, that is Animal Kingdom. Here we have to know first of all that how and on what basis the animal kingdom can be classified. In standard 9 we have also studied this type of classification in the chapter diversity in the living organism. So this is the carry forward of that chapter in class 11. What are the different bases of classification of animals? You can see here there are about 20 grounds on which the animals can be classified. The first is level of organization. For better understanding of any group, any phylum, any class, any order, any group of the hierarchy, we must know all these 20 points and their options. Like level of organization, as we have studied, level of organization in different organisms of this world is different. Someone is cellular level of organization, some tissue level organization, someone is organ level organization, and someone is organ system level of organization. We must have to know what are these level of organization. First of all, cellular level of organization. When animal body have many cells or one cell, but division of labor is minor, it is called cellular level of organization. When cells of animal body show major division of labor, when cells of animal body show major division of labor, or we can understand as the cells are grouped together to perform the specific functions in the body, then they are called tissue level of organization. Now the next, if the tissues specify or grouped as organs, then the complete organism has organ level of organization. When different organs are associated together to perform a specific function, they are called organ system level of organization. So on the ground of level of organization, there would be 4 types. Now second, the body plan. Body plan may be of 3 types as written there. Cell aggregate plan, second blind sac plan, third tube within tube plan. On this ground also we can classify what is cell aggregate plan. When the body consists of a cluster of cells only, it is called cell aggregate plan. Blind sac plan, when the body has a single cavity within with one opening of to the outside, which acts as mouth. In the blind sac plan, the body has single cavity. That means one cavity for mouth as well as for anus. It is blind sac plan. Then tube within a tube plan, when the body has 2 tubes, one formed by body wall and second formed within it by digestive tract. Here the body has 2 openings, one for mouth and another for anus. So on the basis of body plan, the organism can be classified under 3 groups: cell aggregate plan, having blind sac plan, or having tube within tube plan. For the example, for your kind information also, cell aggregate plant are found in sponges, blind sac plant are found in Cnidaria, Coelenterata, or flatworms. Tube within tube plant are found within the vertebrates. Now third ground is, or third basis of classification is protostomes or deuterostomes. We must have to know both of these terms. For a good students always like to learn these definitions as well as their options. Okay, so protostome, what is? When mouth of digestive tract develops first in embryo. When mouth of the digestive tract develops first in embryo and anus is formed later, it is called protostomes. or deuterostomes, when anus of the digestive tract develop first and then mouth is developed. For your kind information, protostomes are flatworms, roundworms, annelida, mollusca and arthropoda. Whereas deuterostomes are echinodermata, hemichordata and chordata, etc. The fourth ground of classification is symmetry. On the ground of symmetry, there are four options: asymmetry, symmetry, and in the symmetry there are three options: spherical symmetry, radial symmetry, and bilateral symmetry. One by one, try to learn what is asymmetry. When the body is divisible into equal halves, asymmetry when body cannot be divided into equal halves by any plane. This is asymmetry. Symmetry, that means the body can be divided into two halves. But symmetry may be of three types: spherical, when the equal halves can be divided by any plane passing through the center; radial, by one plane passing through the center from top to bottom; and bilateral is when the body is divisible into two equal halves by single plane only. So, on the ground of symmetry, we can classify the animals also. Fifth is the germ layer, as we have studied earlier. On the ground of germ layer, animals of this world is maybe of two types: diploblastic and triploblastic. What is diploblastic and triploblastic? It is not a new thing for all the guys of class 11. But for the sake of convenience, I am explaining here what is diploblastic. When the body has two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. And what is triploblastic? When the body has three germ layers, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Now, you know what is the mesoderm, ectoderm and endoderm. It is previously explained. Now, segmentation. On the basis of segmentation, the animals of this world may have metameric segmentation or pseudo-metameric segmentation. What is metameric? Where external divisions of body correspond to internal divisions also. This is metameric. And pseudo-metameric, where external division of the body appear to be internal also, but there is no real division up to internal part of the body. Metameric segmentations are found in Annelida, Arthropoda, Chordata, whereas the pseudo-metameric segmentations are found in tapeworms. Now the next, cephalization. Cephalization, that means when the head of the body is differentiated. In lot organisms of this world, there is no any differentiation of a head. Head is not a separate part, but a head is complete. Head appears as a part of the complete body, not not something differentiated. So cephalization, you can say when the head can be distinguished and having sense organ, nervous tissue, brain, mouth, etc. What is appendages? Appendages are short outgrowth of the body. These are appendages are the short outgrowths of the body. Among all the organisms of this world, several types of appendages are found, like tentacles, setae, parapodia, antenna, legs, wings, foot, feet. For your sake of convenience, tentacles are found in Cnidaria, setae are found in Annelida, parapodia are found also in Annelida, antenna found in Arthropoda, legs, wings also in Arthropoda, foot in Mollusca, fins in other Pisces or vertebrata. Now, the next 9th number basis of classification is, that is sexual dimorphism. What is sexual dimorphism? When the female and male individuals of a species can be differentiated external, as in human you can differentiate male and female. So sexual dimorphism, on the basis of sexual dimorphism, many organisms of this world cannot be differentiated as male and female of the same species, but human being can be differentiated. So on the basis of sexual dimorphism, it would be a basis of classification. Now the fertilization, as you have studied in lower classes also, fertilization may be internal, external, self-fertilization or cross-fertilization. What is internal? When the fusion of male and female gamete occurs inside the female body. External, when the fusion of male and female gamete occurs outside the body. Self, when the male and female gametes are produced by the same parent. And cross fertilization, when the male and female gametes are produced by different parents. Now the development may be of two types, that is direct or indirect. What is direct development? When young ones resemble the adult in all respect. That means the smaller organism or younger organisms are similar to the adult of the same species. This is called direct development. But when there is certain intermediate stages between young ones and adults, it is called indirect. Direct, like a hydra, you will see hydra, younger hydra is as same as the adult hydra. Younger earthworm is similar to the adult earthworm. But in indirect, silk moth is an example. In silk moth, the younger silk moth appears very different than the adult. So this is a development, indirect. Now the next is cleavage. You already know, cleavage is a process after the formation of zygote till or in the formation of embryo. So in cleavage there would be of two types, that is first determinate and second is indeterminate. What is determinate type of cleavage? It is also called mosaic cleavage. When complete embryo is formed only if all blastomere remains together, it is determinate. And when blastomeres separate in early stage and then give rise to complete embryo, it is indeterminate. For your sake of convenience, determinate type of cleavage is found in Annelida, whereas indeterminate type of cleavage is found in Chororita. Coelom, as you know, it is body cavity. On the background of coelom, there would be three different types: acoelomatic, pseudocoelomatic, and coelomatic. Acoelomatic, that means having no true body cavity. Coelomatic, that means having true body cavity. And pseudocoelomatic, that means having body cavity but not functional or false body cavity. Then after 13th point, we can also classify the different organisms on the basis of nutrition. As you know, nutrition may be autotrophic. In autotrophic, there may be photoautotropic, chemoautotropic. In heterotrophic, that may be parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic, holozoic, etc. Respiration can be done by gills, lungs, by skin. Respiration may be aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, tracheal respiration, cellular respiration. About these topics, nutrition, respiration, we have previously studied in classes 10. Now transportation, you know, that is the transportation of or transfer of materials from one part of the body to the another. So transportation, we will study about the heart, about the blood circulatory system, lymph circulatory system, etc. Circulatory system may be of two types, open type, closed type. Now in excretion, several organisms are there which excrete through kidney, which excrete through skin. Sometimes we can classify ammoniotelic, aminotelic, uricotelic, ureotelic, guanotelic, various different types of types can be classified on the basis of excretion. Now in nervous system, brain, ganglia, notochord, these are the part of the nervous system. Reproduction, on the basis of reproduction we can also classify. There would be asexual reproduction, there would be sexual reproduction. In different you will find different type of characters in different organisms of this world. Then skeleton may be endoskeleton, may be exoskeleton. Endoskeletons may be of bony skins or bony or cartilaginous. Exoskeleton may be of scales. So on the basis of this 20 grounds we can classify the animals. In next video I will teach you the chart of animal kingdom. Thank you. Good morning. Today we are going to study the animal classification. It's from class 11, chapter 4, and it is video 2. In animal classification, as I have drawn a chart, but I would like to say you, it is not the only chart or only classification, but different taxonomists have been classified on the different basis. For the sake of convenience, I am following the chart given in NCERT class 11. You have to understand this chart first of all. In previous video, I had explained the different basis of classification. That means on what basis, on what grounds the animals have been classified. So, according to this chart, first of all, the animals present in the world has been classified on the basis of level of organization. As I told you previously, level of organization may be cellular level, may be tissue level, organ system level. So, here cellular level and tissue level and onward. This is the classification, tissue level onward, and this is the classification only cellular level. So, almost all the organisms found in this world having cellular level of organization is only grouped under Porifera. Certain important characteristics, whenever we will classify on the basis of symmetry, you must remember all the Porifera are mostly asymmetrical. When we classify on the basis of body cavity, you must remember Porifera have no body cavity. So the first phylum we have to understand is Porifera. The second one is on the ground of tissue level of organization. The body is again observed and then they are classified, animals are classified on the basis of symmetry. As I told you previously, that symmetry may be radial symmetry, may be bilateral symmetry or asymmetry. So, the organisms having tissue level organization have two kinds of symmetry, that is radial and bilateral. If we will see only the organism having radial symmetry, then we must remember they don't have body cavity. Having radial symmetry, all the organisms having radial symmetry don't have any body cavity. And those type of organisms are classified under two phyla. The phylum is Coelenterata, Cnidaria. This is the two name for only one point. Coelenterata is also known as Cnidaria. So Coelenterata and Ctenophora, these two phyla are classified on the basis of radial symmetry. When you will be asked what are the characteristics of Coelenterata, you can easily write down having no body cavity, having radial symmetry, having tissue level organization. 3. Ctenophora, about that one also. In bilateral symmetry, when again the animal's body is observed, then they will be classified on the basis of body cavity. having bilateral symmetry, but body cavity, on the basis of body cavity, there may be three options. If there is no body cavity, they are grouped under phylum Platyhelminthes. If they have false body cavity, I have written with false body cavity, it is also pseudocoelomatic. These are Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes is also known as nematoda. Having true body cavity, when the taxonomists have studied all the organisms having true body cavity, they saw that they can be further classified on the basis of coelom. On the basis of coelom, if coelom is formed from one cell during embryonal growth, the organisms are Annelida, Mollusca and Arthropoda. And when coeloms are formed from pouches of endoderm, the organism can be classified further on the basis of notochord. If there is no notochord, they are called echinodermata, and if they have notochord in complete life, they are called chordata. After chordata, there are also classification. You will see, after chordata, there is also classified. Chordata is also classified, just like in tetrapoda, then again in reptilia, mammalia, amphibia, apes, piscis. These all are the classes classified from chordata, vertebrata, these all. So, in later videos, I will explain you every phylum one by one. Every phylum will be explained one by one, and these all are important. You will often be confused that these are how you will learn all of these classifications and their features. From my side, I can assure you, if you will learn only 5 or 6 points for each and every phylum, you can answer each and every question. In later video, perhaps it will be very helpful to you. Thank you. Good morning. Today we are going to study the phylum Porifera. It is actually of class 11, chapter 4, and it is video 3. It is consequent video of the animal classification. In Porifera, we have to remember these 10 points. You know, all of these points are very important, and it will give you a complete information about Porifera. The first is level of organization. All the Poriferans have cellular level of organization. Symmetry, all the Poriferans are asymmetrical organisms. Germ layer, they are diploblastic. That means having 2 layers. Nutrition, all the Poriferans have no any specific digestive system, but the canal system specifically found in this group will help in feeding, in circulation, in transportation and in excretion also. That's why I have written in respiration also with the help of canal system, transportation also with the canal system, excretion with also help of canal system. Nutrition, the digestion in Porifera is intracellular. Now for the reproduction in Porifera, you must know these are hermaphrodite organisms. Asexual mode are also reported by budding, spore formation and regeneration. Fertilization is internal. Specific features you must remember, because in examination these points will be asked. Having pores or ostia, the specific pores present in this body of Porifera is called ostia. So having pores on the body surface, hence it is called Porifera. Having a skeleton of spicules and having canal system, having a spongiocele, that is a cavity having one opening acting as mouth as well as anus, that is osculum. Further, it is classified on the basis of the skeleton as Calcarea, Hexactinellida and Demospongia. I would like to explain you something more about Porifera, that this group resembles Protozoa due to presence of colored cell resembling colonial protozoa. This group differs from Coelenterata due to the absence of alimentary canal and stinging cells. This phylum includes about 5,000 species. These poriferans are found in sea, that is in marine water, but exceptionally Spongilla is a sponge or is a porifera which is found in fresh water. Something more, Leucosolania is known as the simplest sponge of the world. Spongilla found in the freshwater, and Euplatyla, it is also known as Venus flower basket. Euspongia is famously, popularly known as bath sponge. The phylum is further classified into Calcarea if the skeleton is made of spicules of calcium. It can be classified on the as Hexactinellida if the skeleton is made of 6 red spicules formed by silica, and it will be classified as Demospongia if the skeleton is made of silica or a mixture of silica and spongine. Further, Calcarea has the example Leucosolania and Sycon. Hexactinellida has example Hyalonema or glass rock sponge. Demospongia has example Euspongia or bath sponge. Thank you. Good morning. Today we are going to study Coelenterata or Cnidaria. Coelenterata is also known as Cnidaria. Here one thing is very important, that the word Coelenterata was given by the botanist Leucart, and the word Cnidaria was given by the scientist Hatschek. So Cnidarians are also known as Coelenterata. This is actually of class 11, chapter 4. It is video number 4. For any phylum of the animal kingdom, we must know about at least these all facts, 18 facts. Certain are most important for the examination point of view. These are common things, but I have written everything very clearly. What is level of organization is tissue level in Coelenterata. Symmetry, they all are radial symmetry. Germ layer, they all are diploblastic. Coelom, they all are acoelomatic, that means there is no coelom found. Segmentation, there is no segmentation found in Coelenterata. Now, notochord, about notochord, you must remember that notochord is absent in Coelenterata. Development may be of two types, and both type of development, that is direct and indirect, both are present in Coelenterata. Cleavage, holoblastic type of cleavage is present in Coelenterata. Now in metagenesis, here one thing, metagenesis is important. What is metagenesis? That means the conversion of one shape of the body into other is called metagenesis. So metagenesis is always reported in Coelenterata. You must know it is the specific features of Coelenterata that it shows metagenesis. Now it's common. What is habitat? All the Coelenterata are marine aquatic. They are found in water but they are marine. They are not found in freshwater. Only one exception is there. Hydra is a Coelenterata present or found in freshwater. Now, for further information, nutrition. For about nutrition in Coelenterata, you must remember they have incomplete digestive system. Then, how they digest the food? They have a central gastrovascular cavity called coelenteron, and this coelenteron will perform the intracellular and extracellular type of digestion. The index of coelenteron is also acting as mouth as well as the anus. Respiration in Coelenterata, they respire through entire body surface. Transportation, there is no any kind of circulatory system is found, so transportation from one part of the body to the other is not present. Now for the excretion in Coelenterata, you must remember all Coelenterata are ammonotelic. The opening of coelenteron acts as mouth as well as anus. Now for the reproduction, both type of reproduction is reported in Coelenterata. Asexual reproduction may be regeneration and budging. For the nervous system, how the complete body is controlled and coordinated. Here, primitive type of nervous system is found in Coelenterata. Brain is completely absent, but there is a network of nerves found there. A skeleton in Coelenterata, horny or calcareous skeletons may be found. They may be endoskeleton and exoskeleton. Further classification, Coelenterata is further classified into three classes. First is Hydrozoa, Psychozoa and Anthozoa. In Hydrozoa, there are the animals like Hydra obelia. I have written only two examples for the sake of convenience, but the other examples are Physalia, Quadrita and Velida. Velida is also known as soil by the wind. Physalia is also known as Portuguese man of war. Obelia is also known as sea fur. Then Millipora is also an example of Hydrozoa. For the Psychozoa, examples are Aurelia, Rhizostoma. Aurelia is also known as jellyfish. Rhizostoma is also known as jellyfish. Common name is jellyfish. Now, Anthozoa is also sometimes called as Actinozoa. So, Actinozoa has the examples Gorgonia, Adamsia, Alcyonium, Fungia, Pennatula, Madrepora, Tubipora, Astadia and Mandarina sinusa. Several common names are there. You may remember the job. Gorgonia is also known as sea fan. Adamsia is also known as sea anemone. Alcyonium is also known as deadman's finger. Fungia is also known as mushroom coral. Pennatula is also known as sea pen or sea feather. Madrepora is also known as stag horn coral. Tubipora is also known as Oregon pipe coral. Astrea is also known as star coral. Mandarina sinusa is also known as brain coral. For the examination, dear student, for the examination point of view, you must remember the exceptions. You must remember the metagenesis. You must remember about the nutrition, because about coelenteron, several questions have been asked in different examinations. For the excretion, they are ammonotelic. On the basis and the examples, these all are the important points from where questions can be asked. Thank you. Good morning. Today we are going to study the platyhelminthes. What is platyhelminthes? It is actually a topic of class 11 chapter 4 and it is video number 5. So platyhelminthes, we must know about this topic. I have written everything very clearly. First of all, level of organization. Here one thing I would like to state, that the phylum is created by Gigan Ball when he separated earthworm from the previous classification. Level of organization is organ level. Symmetry, you know about what is symmetry? Symmetry is bilateral. Germ layer, that means triploblastic. I am not explaining about germ layer or symmetry or level of organization, that what those words are, because these are previously explained. So level of organization in platyhelminthes is organ level. Symmetry in platyhelminthes is bilateral symmetry. Germ layer about platyhelminthes, you can say triploblastic, having 3 germ layer, as you have learned, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So here 3 germ layers are found. Coelom, as we have studied previously, it is body cavity. Acoelomatic, that there is no any body cavity in platyhelminthes. Now segmentation, no any kind of segmentation is found in platyhelminthes. About notochord, you can say no notochord are present. Development, here the development is indirect, and metagenesis is also reported here. What is metagenesis? Metamorphosis is that during larval to adult stage, you can see different shapes of the body. It is metamorphosis. So development is indirect. For the point of cleavage, different types of cleavage are present in reported in platyhelminthes. Moreover, about the cleavage you will study in later classes. Now habitat, you can say mostly platyhelminthes are parasitic. But certain forms may be of terrestrial and aquatic, they may be free living. Now about the nutrition in platyhelminthes, must remember digestive tract may or may not be present. May be present, may be absent, and if present, the digestive tract, if present, it remains incomplete. Now in respiration in platyhelminthes occurs through general body surface. Transportation, that is the transportation of materials from one part of the body to other, it is absent. There is no circulatory system in platyhelminthes. Excretion, all the platyhelminthes are ammoniochalic organisms. They have especially flame cells, also known as solenocytes. Flame cells is also known as solenocytes. So flame cells or solenocytes are responsible for excretion. Now in reproduction, most of the platyhelminthes are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, you know, having both the sex organs. Here self and cross fertilization both are reported in certain organisms. Asexual reproduction, if found, it is by regeneration. Nervous system, ladder-like nervous systems are present. Skeleton, actually the space between the body wall and the internal organs are filled by parenchyma, peculiar parenchyma cells in platyhelminthes. That parenchyma cells will provide the hydroskeleton here. Now in classification, you must remember about 30,000 species are reported under platyhelminthes. These all can be further classified into three classes: Terminaria, Trematoda and Cystoda. Terminaria, the example is Dagacia. Dagacia is popularly known as Planaria. Trematoda having examples Fasciola and Cystostoma. Fasciola is also known as liver fluke. Cystostoma is also known as blood fluke. Next, Cystoda, the examples are Taenia solium. T is abbreviated here. T is the genus. Taenia solium, it is pork tapeworm. Then Taenia saginata, it is beef tapeworm. So, I would like to say once again that for the examination point of view, we must learn at least the specific features of platyhelminths. What are the specific features? Listen, they have phlegm cells or solenocytes. This is the specific features. Phlegm cells or solenocyte. This is, you must remember it. Now the next, they have ladder-like nervous system. It is also important. It is the characteristic features of platyhelminths. The other characters may be same for certain groups or certain phylum or certain maybe any classification. The characters may be same, but these are the characteristic features. That means by these points you will recognize the organism as platyhelminths. Okay. One more characteristic features is they are mostly parasite. Three characteristic features are there. For examination point of view, you can learn, you must remember the peculiar parenchyma providing hydroskeleton and other, so on. Thank you.